everybody, today I'm going to be showing you a recent painting that I did, and it's part of my Japanese collection. I'm very inspired by older Japanese artists from the late 1800s to the early 1900s. This piece behind me here is inspired by Koho Shoda, and the only thing we know about him is that he was born in the 1870s and when he passed away sometime in the 1930s. He was part of the Shinhanga movement, which actually brought back the older ukiyo-e woodblock prints. And this piece here of my geisha at night with the spring lantern, this is also inspired by him. I took her from one of his older paintings, but then I put my own background in there. This piece here is very simplistic in style, but it conveys a lot just with a few strokes of the brush. And I love that zen-like quality of Japanese artwork. And the kanji on the side says, "Pure stillness corrects everything under heaven." And I thought that went good with this painting just because of the water and the reflection of the moonlight. And as I was telling you earlier, I have this woman walking on a spring moonlit night. And as you can see, it's done all in the same style, like the reflection from the houses, the stars, even the way that these trees are painted. It's a very common Japanese style to paint the trees in this way. And these are based off of older woodblock prints. This piece here is definitely more modern, and this kind of goes into my anime conventions or like the Comic-Cons that I do. And he is holding a yokai head, which is kind of cool. So it looks like he's either gonna put the mask on or he defeated the yokai. And I'm actually very excited because, well, not because the library's closed, but right before they did close, I did an interlibrary loan all over the US from universities because I did a lot of studying and I wanted to make sure that I could read about the stories of the artists that I was inspired from. So these are some of the books that I got. As you see, interlibrary loan and the complete woodblock prints of Kawase Hasui. And hopefully I'm not pronouncing that wrong. This has like all the information about the woodblock prints that he did in his lifetime. He's another great inspiration. And this one here has the pictures. And I love these. I've actually done something like this before. It's so beautiful. And the colors, everything. I'm really into, when I study, and there's Mount Fuji, when I study these woodblock prints, I'm creating something that was from so long ago. And it's really cool to get in the mind space of these artists from, you know, about 100 years ago. And then I also have this. So I've had these books for like 3 months now. And I could actually keep them forever because there's so much to go from in these books here. The other thing is, I always like to think about if these artists were alive now, how they would, I'm assuming they would appreciate that their traditions are still being carried on and that they're being remembered and not forgotten. I feel like if you can go into somebody's head of their whole lifespan of being an artist, of throughout their whole life, of everything that they learned as an artist and their art periods, everything, their stylistic changes and how they evolved as an artist. If you can go into that and if you can learn from them, I think that's pretty amazing that we have that at the tip of our hands as artists to study them. And I think a lot of people nowadays, this is gonna sound really old school, but everybody goes off the internet. But when you find a book, when you do your research and when you find a book like this,
you get so much deeper and you actually get the real story, and you can go to a whole nother level.